What's up, guys? Today we're reacting to do all. God. Do all teens think the same? This is the Spectrum by Jubilee. Let's get into it. Here we go.
Sometimes I just want to sit and be a teen, but I can't do that because I'm constantly thinking about how my life is going to look like at 25 and the decisions that I make now.
Yo, that's deep, and I do that too. I'm a teen, so.
I am addicted to social media. 3, 2.
Well, this is a hard question because you never want to be addicted to anything. So you say, well, I'm not because of this, and that, but then other people, addicted is, it's hard to define for social media because it's everywhere, and so, like, how long do you have to be on social media a day for it to be addicted is the question for me, because I'm on it a lot of the time, but I also do other stuff. But I'm still on it a lot. But I'm on it because I'm bored, right? So this is a hard question to start off.
1.
That guy on Strongly Disagree better not have a phone, no TV, no internet, period. Like, there's no way you're strongly, definitely not addicted.
I use social media, but I don't think I'm addicted. I could take it or leave it. I can put my phone down whenever I want.
That's a good skill. I cannot do that. I'm on my phone all the time, like all the time. Like I need to check Instagram, I need to check who's texting me, I need to see like what's happening. It's hard, it distracts me a lot from school.
If it's
So
short
I
form,
personally,
can't put it down, but
use
if it's
social
long
media for
form,
a
I can
total of,
stop.
I think, 2 weeks. After like severe disappointment and saying that social media could bring out the worst in people, I decided that I'm not gonna use social media.
See, I told you he ain't got a phone. What? He said he don't want it? That's that man is going places. Because no one else is.
If I really need to speak to someone, I could just text them or call them or talk in person.
Yeah, I was only recently allowed to get 3 months ago when I turned 18, because I wasn't allowed to have it up until then. Like I have to make up for all the time that I missed and everything that happened and all the parties that I didn't go to because I didn't see the Instagram. I'm not like on it all the time, but I'm definitely on my phone way too much. I think my screen time's like 6 hours or something crazy. I know. It's bad.
I like the way I look.
Well, everyone has tiny imperfections that no one else notices, but they think it is the entire, and then they're like, if I fix this, I'll look amazing, and then they fix it after like the longest time because it keeps coming back or something, or it's not changing, right? And then they find something else. And it's just a cycle, and it's stuck. It's hard to get out of it and just accept the way that you look is.
3, 2, 1.
What was the question? Hold on. Dang it, they don't have the things down here. They accept the way that they look. So most people say yes. I guess by this age you might accept it. But like, it's hard.
I think there's always going to be things that like I'll nitpick at, but overall I'm pretty happy with the way that I look, and I know that the things that I can control, I'll change them, and the things that I can't control, it would be a shame for me to spend my life not enjoying my physical appearance.
I respect myself, definitely. but I feel like I'll never be enough. I don't know if that's part of me struggling with my mental health, but I'm just not happy with the way I look. But I'm still proud of who I am.
I feel too much stress for my age. 3, 2, 1.
I feel like the stress changed throughout the generation. So like our parents and our parents' parents are like, oh, you guys have it so easy. That's true, but it's something completely different. That you go to your parents for advice and it's not gonna work, right? The stress is definitely different. It's probably why anxiety and depression is so high now. It's weird, cause I don't think it was ever as high as it is now, right? And it's just really hard, and I don't even know what to do really. It's a weird stress, and I don't know how to describe it. It's like a little bit of social, but then you gotta worry about the internet, and you gotta stay up to date, but like, the other generations don't really understand it, because they didn't have to grow up with the internet, and nowadays it's so easy to just judge people and scroll away. That's why they feel this way.
There's no way that I should be this stressed. Like, I feel like there's so much pressure put on teens of what is the future, that I'm constantly like chastising myself for things that I did in the past or overanalyzing everything that I'm gonna do in the future, and I literally don't know how to live in like the now. Sometimes I just wanna sit and be a teen, but I can't do that because I'm constantly thinking about how my life is gonna look like at 25 and the decisions that I make now.
I like the stress. I'm always thinking about the future and what I want to do. So if I want to do those things in the future, I have to accomplish it a lot here. Even though I kind of wish I didn't have it because I want to do fun things instead of work constantly.
Yeah.
For me, my stress has affected my mental and physical health, which at 14 isn't something that should be happening, you know?
That's
I shouldn't
true.
have restless nights. I shouldn't be drinking coffee to stay awake.
School shootings make me scared to go to school.
This one's hard actually. 'Cause like, am I scared of it? Not really. I'm not actively sitting in my math class thinking about what if someone came and just shot up the school. But like, I don't know. It's like, I've never experienced one. I hear about them all the time, and we learn about them. Not a lot, but like, we learn about them at a pretty young age. And when I was young and we were learning about it, I was terrified. I was like, oh, I don't know, whatever. It's just, it is what it is.
3, 2, 1.
Due to recent events, it has crossed my mind. It is a reality for us as students, especially going to a public school, but I'm not gonna worry about it 24/7, because then I'm not living.
I'm not that scared about it because my school is really small, and I don't know the motivation for someone to shoot up a school, but if you're really unhappy there, you could switch schools or just drop out.
I think for us especially, like our school was like pretty much on lockdown. Like all the teachers started putting up like black paper on their windows, and that scared me more than the actual threats. Just talk doesn't really scare me, but it's like if the teachers start taking proactive measures and if our school is almost preparing for it, then that's what freaks me out.
That's true. But my school didn't do that. Depending upon what the current events are, yes. If it's like, I don't know, if it's like I don't even know. Like, it depends on what it is. If it's social media related, probably. If it's like something else, I don't really care usually.
3, 2, 1.
Wow.
I care about it because I think a lot of things that are happening are irreversible. But it is hard being in school and being just a kid to make a difference.
Even the small things that we think might not be affecting us are eventually going to affect us if we do nothing. A lot of the times we live in our own bubble, especially because of our phones. And it's important to know what's going around the world. My family comes from Nicaragua, so that's why I learn about it. But I also learn about what's happening in other countries because I find it interesting and I would want someone else to do the same for me as well. We might not know how or why, but it is going to affect us.
I disagree a little bit with the whole in a bubble because of our phones, because I think the internet and our phones in general kind of are providing information and
So,
sources to get.
They're both right in my opinion. Depends, right? If you're watching content just for pure entertainment and only entertainment content, you're putting yourself in a bubble. Like, because you're not learning anything from that. But if you're watching things that interest you, it might expand your bubble, you know, where like current event stuff on the internet, using your phone, learning about that through your phone is kind of, yeah.
Get to us faster than before.
I agree with that, I do, but when I say that we're living in a bubble, how many of us actually look up those articles? Because most of us, we just are on Instagram.
What is happening in Nicaragua then?
Their dictator, he took away their health care and their social security, so they kind of revolted against him, and sometimes they just lock you up or kill you. There have been almost 400 people dead and thousands injured.
That's horrible. That should be a headline. Like I usually just look at all the headlines, but I had no idea.
Like I've literally never heard anyone talk about that.
Yeah.
Teenagers have more influence than previous generations. 3, 2, 1.
I don't know how to feel about that question. We have more influence than previous generations? Well, kids, period, have very little influence. It's gonna take. Now, teenagers growing up into an adults growing up with the internet have way more influence than they did back then because they can reach more people just by clicking upload on a YouTube video, right? But that's not the question. It's do kids these days have more influence? And I'd say, I don't know. I feel like it's the same.
We had a walkout a while ago when all the shootings had happened, and one of the kids actually in the grade below me organized that and organized it through social media and was like, hey everyone, we're gonna march to City Hall, like this is what we're gonna do. But I don't think that would have been possible if it was all like face-to-face contact.
I think we're more influential than we think because it's all about our mindset and what we think about our power that we have just in our phones. We can get millions of people a message out to them that with all this technology, we definitely have more of a voice than previous teenager generations.
Okay. Subscribe now.